A24, Andrew Garfield, Florence Poe. On paper, We Live in Time should have been an emotional masterpiece. I was ready to cry my eyes out, to feel like I'd just lost the love of my life. Instead, I spent most of the movie confused. What happened? Hi, I'm Zidney, and this is how non-linear storytelling made We Live in Time worse. Look, I really tried to love this film, but the way it used non-linear storytelling made it really hard to connect with. Non-linear storytelling tells a story out of order, using flashbacks or jumps in time to add emotional depth, suspense, and insight into a character's journey. Take Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. This sci-fi romance follows two individuals who undergo a memory-erasing procedure to forget each other after a painful breakup. However, instead of opening with the two falling in love and seeing their relationship grow until their eventual breakup, the film opens with Joel, who has already undertaken the memory-erasing procedure. Through non-linear narrative, we get to piece together Joel and Clementine's relationship and get to understand how they ended up broken up. We even see Joel and Clementine meeting again after a successful memory-erasing procedure. So we, as the audience, already have an idea of what's going to happen, more or less, to their relationship. Or Past Lives, one of my favorite not really romance films. It opens with Nora, Hesang, and Arthur at a bar. An outside observer wonders, who are these three to each other? Then the film jumps back 24 years earlier, to Nora and Hesang's childhood. Through non-linear storytelling, Past Lives gives us glimpses of Nora and Hesang's relationship, covering 3 different eras of their lives. The jumping back and forth gives us a depth of who Hesang really means to Nora, and gives us an idea of what Nora really left in Korea. Both films prove that non-linear storytelling can deepen emotional impact and add layers to character relationships. But in We Live in Time, it does the opposite. Instead of enhancing the story, it strips off emotion and tension. First, it killed narrative tension. Take Almut's struggle to have kids. Normally, this would have been an emotional journey, full of uncertainty, heartbreak, and hope. But because we already saw their child in a future scene, there was zero suspense. Instead of feeling her struggle, we just sat there waiting for what we already knew would happen. Same with her cancer. As Leif Arbuthnot wrote in an article, we know from beginning that Almut's cancer will return, so when she gets it the first time and appears to beat it, it doesn't feel like much of a win. So instead of watching the film with feelings of suspense, it felt like we were just watching the events unfold. Second, it weakened the emotional connection. One of the best things about romance stories is watching a couple grow, seeing their relationship develop over time. But We Live in Time jumps around so much that we never fully experience Tobias and Almut falling in love. If anything, it made their relationship feel toxic. Tobias is clearly a hopeless romantic, but Almut keeps pushing him away. He expresses that he wants kids. She curses him out. He books a wedding. She lies to him, enters a competition instead, forcing him to cancel everything. And she never apologizes. If we had seen more of their good moments, maybe their love would have felt real and deep. But because we were constantly jumping between timelines, we never fully connect with them. Third, it made the film feel more confusing than profound. To be honest, I was constantly lost. Was I watching the past, the present, or the future? The film didn't give clear indicators, aside from eventually making Almut bald. Non-linear storytelling should create intrigue, but here the film just felt all over the place. Instead of deepening the story, it made it harder to engage with. Because the story feels so disjointed, I felt so disconnected with the characters. Finally, Almut's character felt inconsistent. Florence Poe is an incredible actress, but Almut's character? She frustrated me. First, she doesn't want kids. She makes that very clear to Tobias. Then after learning she has ovarian cancer, she risks her life to have kids. And then after finding out her cancer is back, she chooses her career over spending time with her family because she doesn't want her daughter to forget her. But wouldn't her daughter naturally remember her more if she actually spent more time with her rather than competing in a cooking contest? I get that people change their minds. I remember Robin from How I Met Your Mother. But the film never makes her choices feel natural. Instead, Almut just feels inconsistent and was just a character that's really hard to like. Don't get me wrong, Andrew Garfield and Florence Poe were such excellent actors. Their chemistry was just off the roof. That's why I really tried my best to like the movie. But I wonder, would the film have worked better with a linear structure? Honestly, probably not. There were some moments where non-linear storytelling worked, like their cute meet. It was so unexpected. I didn't know that this film was told in a non-linear way. So after Almut expressed that she didn't want to go through with chemotherapy, we suddenly jumped to Tobias trying to sign divorce papers. I was like, huh? Just like that? They're just getting divorced? And then bam! He gets hit by a car. Turns out that's actually how they met in the first place. But were a few good moments enough to justify the entire movie being told out of order? I don't think so. Maybe the point of the film is that life is messy, unpredictable, and doesn't always make sense. But with a familiar story like We Live in Time, the film needed to bring something new to make it stand out. Instead, it felt jarring, as if the structure was forced just to make a statement about time. And honestly, I'm not sure what that statement was. Is it about cherishing time with loved ones because you never know how much time you have left? Or, just like the filmmakers, am I just throwing ideas together to make a point? Guys, I really tried to like this movie. I wanted to love it. But sadly, none of my family or friends enjoyed it either. But if you loved and understood the film, I genuinely want to hear why. Maybe I missed something. Convince me to give it another shot. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk. Just be nice, please. Also, it's been so long since I made a full video because work has been crazy. So if you've stuck around, thank you so much. I'm hoping to make more and better content soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day.